What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be fabbing up a wastegate dump pipe. Now for those of you who don't know what it is, it's kind of like straightforward and pretty much what it sounds like, but for those of you who don't know, I'll just kind of briefly explain. So when you have a turbo, you need something to control the boost, and that's a wastegate. So some turbos have an actuator, which is like an internal wastegate, which goes inside of right here, like inside the turbine housing, and then some have it on the actual manifold, which is an external wastegate, which is what I'm running. I don't know if you can see it right there, that shiny part in the center of the screen. So that has a spring in it, and when the spring feels like exhaust pressure, like let's say like more than like a certain amount, it opens up and it allows pretty much the exhaust coming out of your engine to just go like dump into the atmosphere, so it doesn't keep spooling up the turbo and making like excessive boost. I don't know if that's a really well way to explain it, but that's just how I like to think of it. But pretty much what's going on right now is I have a really soft spring in there, which is like a pound of boost right now. I am going to be probably installing the bigger spring in the same video, but pretty much what happens is when you excess anything over, like right now, let's say anything over a pound of boost, that opens up and it just allows all the exhaust coming out of the engine just to dump out. And I don't have anything on it, so it's just dumping out of that flange right there, and it's just kind of just shooting at the firewall and just shooting all the heat over here. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is getting this pipe right here. I'm thinking of cutting like a few like 45-degree angles just to make the little like bend, because I was thinking going from right there where it is, doing like a 45, go down on like a little, and then 45, then go straight down. So just to kind of, you know, get it out of the engine bay, kind of to shoot it down and, you know, not keep the heat in here because this is already hot. So that's pretty much what a wastegate dump is. Also, it could be known as a screamer pipe, which is what I'm attempting to do, but I'm not too sure how that's going to work out. But yeah, I'm just going to show you guys doing this because I know there's a few of you who are following the exact same steps and keeping up with the build, and you guys are pretty much doing the exact same thing I'm doing. So that's why I'm going to be showing you this. And also, for those of you who are like me and you're trying to practice your welds, this is a really like perfect way, I guess you can say, to practice your welds, because this isn't that critical of like it doesn't need to be fully 100% welded. It's not like saying like you're welding your frame or anything like kind of, you know, out of this world. All this is doing is just kind of routing the air from the wastegate, or the gases I should say, just kind of down. It, like if you have like exhaust leaks, I guess, like your welds aren't perfect, it doesn't matter. It's not like I said, it doesn't have to be 100%. So that's why this is perfect for you guys who are like me and just trying to practice welding. And this is just one of those things that, you know, you practice welding and, you know, just that's it pretty much. You practice welding and you make a nice little pipe. So I measured 2.5 inches from the wastegate out, I mean the wastegate being right here, 2.5 inches. I'm going to do the angled cut right there, which is pretty much what I have right here. I just quickly drew it with the pencil just to kind of get a reference point. But if I need the angle to be greater, then I'll shave some off the bottom. But if I need it to be a smaller angle, then I'll just shave some off the top to kind of straighten it out. But I think I'm going to do another one the same, just an opposite like cut. That way I can run the wastegate out right here, flip this, and then it'll point like that. And then this piece with the angled cut, I'll just shoot it straight down. I know it's kind of hard to imagine, but once I cut it up and tack it, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But I think I'm just going to go straight out and then like down like that. I don't know if you guys can hear me, my dad just pulled up. Alright guys, so this is what I have right now. I have the 45-degree angle right here, making go down, and another 45, so the wastegate will come out, pretty much go straight down. But the only problem is what I'm having right now is, you can see the way it angled it. I originally did it straight up and down from like the flange, and it hits the motor because the motor is like right here, so that's why I had to do it angled. But now it's too far angled this way, so the actual exhaust of the truck, like the turbo, is right here, so the exhaust goes straight down. And right now it's just an open down pipe, it ends like right here, but I am going to be doing like a full like all the way down pipe, like all the way down, so it's going to interfere with this. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking this off and shaving a little off right here, so instead of going back like that, it goes more forward. It's going to kind of like go back and then go like this and then kind of point a little forward, but then I'll do like, it's going to be pointing forward, but I'll cut it angled like this, so the exhaust, you know, so air can't go back up in it. This probably looks the same to you guys, but I did end up cutting a little bit more over here, so that way it would give me more of an acute angle. So
Now it kind of goes like this and kind of shoots forward, so it goes like that and kind of comes back forward. Not much, but just a little. And then I also just cut this, just so if there's any air blowing by, it can kind of blow out this way. But also because it looks pretty cool. I kind of wish I did it out the hood, because imagine seeing this sticking out the hood. That would have looked like really, really cool. But now I just gotta clean all these burrs, clean away all of that, and then finish welding it. I know it looks completely horrible, but it is just tacked up right now. But even then, when I weld it, it's still gonna look that bad. It's gonna look really bad because this is really thin, so I can't really like actually practice doing a full-on bead, because like I said, it's really thin, so you barely like hold it on there and it just burns a hole. So that's why I'm doing like little tacks, and I think I'm gonna have to do the same with what I did with my downpipe. But this is, like I said, this isn't that important, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. But I'm still gonna try to do my best. Alright, so here's a little progress. When you weld ugly, you just grind them away. And that makes it look a whole lot better. So that's like an after. It doesn't really look that smooth because it's all like different colors. But right here I messed up really bad. Like, I actually did a pretty decent bead, and then I don't know. You can see it from the inside. I don't know. Just take my word for it. I did a pretty good bead around there, but I did mess up a bit, so I had to go and touch up a bit. And then when I touched up, I didn't realize how like chunky it got. But I'm gonna grind that all the way, and it's gonna look like this, very smooth. But yeah, you see how they look? Really bad welds. I mean, they hold up perfectly fine, but they just don't look presentable. And then you grind them away, and they still look like ass, but they look better. But this is just a little progress. I'm still not done. Alright guys, so this is the outro. I didn't realize I didn't have an outro for this video, so here I am, different day, different night, making an intro for this video. But right here with me, I have the screamer pipe. I really didn't do anything to it after the last clip you guys just saw, but pretty much all I gotta do is just get a flap disc and then flap all this nasty welds off, and it should be cherry. Because right now it doesn't look the best, obviously right there you can see, because like I said, my flap disc was really old and I kind of used it all up, so I have to go buy a new one, and then I could just finish grinding all this away and she should be all solid. But yeah guys, that's how you make a screamer pipe. It's like I said, it's super simple. Anyone can make this, and the best part about it is that it doesn't need to be completely sealed. Like even if I want to leave it like that, I could leave it like that and it would be perfectly fine. Usually people run them out the hood so you could kind of hear it. And then maybe if it was out the hood, you might want to make it a little bit better looking. But like that one is going to shoot straight down, and it's kind of tucked under the exhaust manifold, so you kind of aren't even going to see it. So it makes no sense to kind of, you know, do what I'm going to do, just like flap disc it and make it look pretty. But I still want to do it just so I know that it looks pretty. But you don't even need to do that. It's just a screamer pipe. It's not anything important. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out guys.